bungalow I'm staying in. Very nice. Up there you can see the jackdaws are quite at home in that on the roof of that bungalow. And there's a little bit of traffic on this road. I think people use it as a shortcut between the two main roads. There's a main road about 2 miles. No, that's one main road. I'm going in the wrong way. Just a couple hundred yards. But there's another main road about 2 miles up here. So that's the bungalow I've been staying in for the last week. And I've been very comfortable there. It's been very nice. I'm just going to walk up here for a little way just to show what a country lane in, well, basically the middle of Ireland looks like. Now here's that's where I'm staying, just there. But look at this right opposite me on this very large field. They've laid down this, I don't know what they're growing here, but this shows how prosperous this area is. It's some plastic covering. And over here is another large field. Sky trails. And here it's yeah, that's a large field there. There's the bungalow I'm staying in right there. Okay, here's a typical bungalow. This is a small bungalow. Most of the houses along this lane are larger than that, but that's probably yeah, that's probably easily affordable. It's about 50 miles from Dublin here, so it's really a bit too far to commute, but it's possible. And well, property in Dublin is expensive. Out here it's a lot cheaper. You come about maybe 300 yards or so from where I'm staying. And this is a curiosity. I'll just go, if it's open, I'll just go in here. There's the yew trees. It's a cemetery. Look at that. That gravestone, it's been repaired, obviously. I think this gravestone is, this cemetery has been fixed up, because the date on that departed this life December the 3rd, 1784. That one died 1851. Now this one died in 1970. There are some flowers here. Rest in peace. Yeah, very interesting. Of course, no one remembers who that was, a Celtic cross in the cemetery. Yeah, they are. I'm walking on probably buried bodies here, or buried departed souls. There's another one that's, I don't know if someone still remembers. Thomas Wayne's died March 1939, aged 35 years. That's got the Celtic cross on the top. Yeah, the ground's been cleared here a bit. There are people looking after this cemetery. Comparatively recent. It looks like it's been cleaned up. 1963, Bridget Connell. And there's an ash tree. Just they come out late. They come late out in leaf. They're one of the last of the trees to come out in the spring. Yeah, very interesting. Hidden away. There's a yew tree. That's a more recent grave there. 2001. May Collins. Yeah, very interesting. Just hidden away. There's some nice yew trees there. That gravestone there with 1784 on it is actually someone else is buried here. I shouldn't be standing here maybe. John Nugent died in just over a month ago, 7th of April 2018. So that would explain why this has been cleaned up nicely. I'll just walk down here for not far, because I don't want to. I'm only here for another 2 hours. There's a farm here, and that's where maybe the farmer lives that owns all these local fields. There's a nice house here. Look at the size of the property. These houses. There's one of those big trucks. Look at that, the size of that truck going into that farm I was just looking at. I'll come less than half a mile down this lane. It's a very pleasant lane to walk along. And say Saturday, so there's less traffic on it than normal. I think there is on this lane. Actually use it as a shortcut, and they belt along here. Yeah, 50-60 miles an hour. It's cool. This name of this neighbourhood is called Crowenstown. And a lot of Irish villages, even if they only have, say, like 3 houses, have the town named that part of the name of the village or even hamlet. This one is. I'm in Crowenstown right now, and I think they even call it Great Crowenstown. So it probably has more than 3 houses. So I come maybe, probably over half a mile at calves. The parents are up there, or the mothers are up there. Looks like this is where the delving. Now I do occasionally shots there. I thought they were bird scarers. Look at, yeah, there's a field of grazing cattle there, feeding on the rich pasture. And over there, there's no access to it. There's no public rights of way really in Ireland. The odd tourist trail, but that's all. Is a lake. The only lake that I've actually seen, really. And there's lots of lakes around here, but that's only a small lake. But yeah, there's the lake down there. It'd be a nice lake to have a little look at closer. And beautiful countryside around here. There's a nice house there. Yeah, there must be, well, I don't know who lives in them, but there are people that aren't really short of a bob or two around here. It looks like another farm, yeah. So, prosperous farmers, and there, look at the size of that field there. Yeah, they're all, it's a prosperous farming area. It's a beautiful country, and yeah, cattle farming. Haven't seen any sheep yet. I think the sheep generally go on the less fertile ground, the hilly areas. Okay, these roadside, they come out, I think they're quite poisonous for farm stock or livestock. But they grow in abundance this time of year. Now, this is just another bungalow, but I'll just point out a lot of these houses around in Ireland have these stone walls, rendered stone walls around them. The bungalow I'm staying in, which dates back Though they're crumbling, walls are crumbling a bit, but that dates back to the 1920s. So it's a tradition here to have these stone walls surrounding your your property. Actually, that's quite a large lake there. It's well, looks like it's about nearly half a mile long. There's a nice house there. I think it's probably fairly recently built. That one. Lake's only well, less than 100 yards away, but of course there's no access to it. Oh, yeah, I've upset the local, because they're well fenced in. Watchdogs for intruders, but they got a nice patch to run around in. He doesn't like the Alsatian thing. Now this, I don't know where this leads to. I haven't noticed this side road here, but I'll upset the dogs. I'll just go up here, see if I can see anything from the... Oops. Yeah. If any of the neighbours are still sleeping, they're awake by now. Okay, there won't be any traffic on this lane. There's grass growing in the middle. It's a very, very prosperous farming country, this. I'll have to turn back before long, because these were probably smaller fields at one time around here, but of course it's maybe smaller farms have been swallowed up by the larger farms. There's some more nice houses there, and there's an example of what I'm talking about. Those kind of stone walls, they're rendered. That's tradition around here. And actually some more. There are some habitations up here. I'll just well, I'll have to turn back in a minute. I'll just go up to this road junction. Here you can see these walls, rendered walls. Okay, just up to this road junction, then I'll have to turn back. But you can see they're all on sizable, well, lots. Yeah, but then they don't go in much for flower gardens. There's no you very rarely see a cottage garden in Ireland. That's the same as in the States. They go for lawns, and I think it's a sign of people with a little bit of money that really, well, I don't think they're really interested in gardening. It's the house, the more, the status of the house. Okay, I've reached the road junction. It's a dead end, and so I'll have to turn back here because unfortunately I didn't bring my the phone app with the map I downloaded. So yeah. Okay, by the time I get back, I'll have done about 3 miles of walking. There's another view of that lake over there. Okay, there's the house, the bungalow I'm staying in, and here's the art gallery up here. It's actually not open till 12 PM, but the owner says she's opened the gates for me. Yeah, as I say, out of curiosity, because actually I do put some of my videos on YouTube. I mean,
a lot of people who come over to Ireland, I see little videos. I have other people's work here.
Right. That's right. Is
And
any of your work here? I think I may have asked you that question already.
Yeah, my work is on this side.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these are good, right? And you select these. Just a little bit of. I'm disturbed enough as it is. Right. Guy, it was a woman, black, right by the door there.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
That one was based on.
Okay, a quick look inside Charlotte's cottage. I'm just about to leave. So these are all, I think, the works of the owner. She's an artist. Yeah, I like them. And it's all, look at the size, that's a nice fireplace. Of course, the weather was far too good to buy, and that one that hits the eye there. Apparently it's someone that's suffering from depression because of the, they didn't check up on quinine. It has an effect on some people for malaria. I never use this bedroom. It's a two-bedroom bungalow, and this is all. I like it here. It's very nice, comfortable. Double beds. Of course, it's quite private. Looking out. Here it's excellent. As I say, it's just show the bathroom, and see, yeah, again, old-fashioned, but it works perfectly well. And the dates on there was 1904. Yeah. Okay, and a modern shower, of course. So yeah, that's it. Of course, I've already taken one outdoors. There's a freezer there, and yeah, there's the art gallery over there, right next door.